don't honestly know. I was on so many drugs. It was not good.
Got the club going hard on Tuesday.
Shut the door! Thank you. Hello and welcome back to Joeleden. Today, it has been 6 months that this has been asked for, because I got my wisdom teeth taken out on January 30th, and you saw that video. If you didn't, it'll be down below and at the end card at the end, so you can go watch that afterwards. Yeah, it was not cute. It was really not a cute sight. Anyways, I always put polls on my Instagram story to see what videos you want, so if you don't follow me on Instagram, make sure you follow me on Instagram. My tag is right here. It's right. So that you can vote on which videos you want to see. So I asked my Instagram story if you wanted to see a wisdom teeth Q&A, and a lot of you wanted that, so that is what I am filming today. This video is really rambly. I'm sorry in advance. First of all, we're going to go over the process of how getting a wisdom teeth removed works. So basically, originally I was okay with the idea of going in for surgery for my teeth, despite the fact that I'm completely terrified of anything medical because I get panic attacks, faint, and it's a mess. Like, it's a mess. So I was fine. And then the night before, I had a panic attack because my dad mentioned something about an IV, like will it be on an IV, and all of a sudden that flipped the switch that just caused my anxiety to kick in, and it was like, oh my god, what if there's an IV? I can't do that, I can't do this, I can't do this, which is a really negative way to think, I know, but anybody with anxiety or an anxiety problem or that gets anxiety attacks and panic attacks will understand you can't control, it's very difficult to control your mindset. So I pretty much just kept like thinking I can't have this surgery tomorrow if I'm on an IV, like that's not going to work. We got the numbing patches. I'll put the name of them right here because they're a lifesaver. People that think you're afraid of needles, it's because it hurts. It's not actually, I don't know. It's the mindset of they're injecting something foreign that, you know, like it's, and the idea of fainting being associated with it. The pain doesn't bother me, it's a pinch. However, with the IV, I was thinking about let's do whatever I can to make this go smoothly. So we got the little patches, and basically it's a little sticker that you put on the inside of both of your arms. You do both of them in case one arm doesn't work or whatever, just so that best chances of being fine. That didn't make sense, but we're moving on. Anyways, inside of the arms, about, I think it was 45 minutes, so we just did it when we left my house, and then by the time we got there, I was numb. And then you wait, and then you go into the room and they ask you how you're feeling, if you have any questions, whatever, and then after that's all done, runs from there. So it's a 2-hour mark. So the first thing is I don't remember this too clearly, so I think they took my blood pressure, which is also a problem because I faint when they take my blood pressure, but I didn't this time, so that was good. And they put the little pulsey thing on your finger, and then they put the rubber band on my arm and put the IV in. But the IV, basically, I just looked away. It was fine. Like, I didn't feel them playing with it or anything. I was just focused on the fact that there was a really tight rubber band around my arm, and I wanted it off. So I just kept looking away, and then next thing I knew, they were like, IV's in, and that's all I remember. So I was asleep. They do the surgery, and then they stitch you up with just, degradable stitches? The ones that fall out on their own. And then they remember a lady coming in, and she said, let's go, we're gonna go put you to sleep for a bit, like you'll go nap off the rest of the anesthetic kind of thing. Then I went to the back and fell asleep for an hour or so, and then I woke up and she said, you're gonna take some of this Tylenol. I think it was Tylenol. I don't honestly know. I was on so many drugs, it was not good. It was codeine, I believe, that she gave me. So I took one of those, and then a penicillin, which is an antibiotic to make sure you don't get infected. So I took those, and then I drank water, and I remember being really offended because she told me not to spill the water on myself, and I was like, I'm not gonna spill my water, I drink water all the time. And then they basically just made sure that on my way out, my mom was holding my arm, and they tell you not to drive home, which for me, it wasn't the problem because I didn't have my license at the time. Then we left and I went home and I napped for a couple hours, and then I started editing the video. So yes, I was high on codeine and anesthetic when I edited that video. So if it's edited poorly, that would be why. The next thing I'm going to go over is foods that you can eat after your wisdom teeth surgery and what I ate. So the first thing is mashed potatoes. I loved them. They were my favorite. all through my childhood, and now I'm like, that is all I ate for a week straight. They don't disgust me, but I'm like, they're, you know. The second thing is rice is good, but not right away because it will get stuck in the holes if you're not careful. Third thing is Jell-O, ice cream, yogurt, smoothies, but not through a straw for the first 24 hours because when you're sucking, the pressure can pull out the stitches, which is fine after a couple of days when it starts to heal over, but right away it's really not a good idea. Pudding is good, soups are good, just nothing too hot right away because your face is numb so you can't feel it if it's going to burn the inside of your cheeks. And you have to be careful with the spoon if it's too big not to hit anything because it is really sore in there. That's kind of all the ideas I have. However, any soft food pretty much, like porridge is another one I guess. That's what I have for breakfast every single day. So same thing as the mashed potatoes. I loved it before my surgery and now I'm like, I'm so sick of it. Same thing with applesauce, did the same thing. The next thing I wanted to mention, I should have asked the guy this, but I didn't notice, was they basically cut right here. I guess it was to make more room probably if it was really tight, which did make a dimple right here. Anyways, if you want dimples, get your wisdom teeth out. The other thing was my friend got his out the same day or the day after mine, I don't even remember now. His teeth were taken out when they were full size and had already kind of come through, like they were full grown. Mine, the top ones were big, but the bottom ones were really small and hadn't fully developed, so they had to break them and then take them out piece by piece. It doesn't hurt. Your holes aren't as deep that way, so that's kind of nice. So that's why being proactive and getting your x-rays done a little bit ahead of time is good, because then you can kind of, as soon as they start to come in, you can get them out so that your holes aren't as big and then the healing time is faster. Another question I got asked, but not on Instagram, this was in person, I've gotten this question more than once, is how swollen were you? I didn't get bruised at all. I remember the hygienist saying it's gonna look like someone punched you. It didn't. I just looked like an egg and really round for a while. The best way to avoid that is icing it a lot, but it wasn't that bad. Like, it didn't hurt too much. A lot of people, I for example am one of them, don't like to take medication when it's not necessary. I'm telling you, take advantage of the resources we have and use them, because once the medicine wears off, it hurts a lot. You've got holes in your face and chunks were removed out of your skin. Like, it's not comfortable. Take those pain meds because otherwise you will be in discomfort. Today I asked you to ask me questions and you did. So here we go. The first question is, why are you still the cutest person ever while on drugs? What the heck? I wouldn't call it the cutest, but like, genetics? At fun.ghoul said, is it supposed to feel like my other molars are going inwards and like I'm gagging on my own tongue? Recently this is how I felt. I'm not exactly sure how to answer that, but if you mean like, is it supposed to feel like your teeth are moving inwards? That's what they do when your wisdom teeth are growing in. They start to shift forward, which is why it's really annoying. My front two teeth used to be perfectly straight. I never had braces. It was just lucky that my front teeth were straight, and now my wisdom teeth moved them, so now they do this. Why? Did they have to do that? I don't know. And now if I wanted to fix it, I would need braces, so not very happy about it. But that's how it is, so I will deal with it for the rest of my life. Anyways, gagging on your own tongue, I don't think you should feel like you're gagging on your own tongue. I didn't have that. I don't think anybody should ever feel that way. Basically, when you go in for your consultation for your wisdom teeth and have your panoramic x-ray done, they should tell you what's normal and what's not normal, and you'll be able to ask them questions like that, because I don't know the scientific term behind it. All I know is that your teeth start to move forward when they start growing in, which is why you have to get them out if you don't have enough room in your mouth. So, Eden Lila is not a dentist. At Joeleden Kennedy, Joeleden, we miss you on this channel. We miss you lots. Joeleden said, how much does it hurt when your wisdom teeth are hitting your other teeth? I didn't have a problem of them hitting my other teeth. It was when they were growing in that it hurt the gums. How long is the surgery? An hour, but you're there for 2 hours because of the IV. Then to start the surgery and all that takes about half an hour, and then once you get out, they put you in the room for a little nap for like 45 minutes-ish. And the actual surgery itself, though, while you're out and asleep, is an hour. How painful is it to get them removed? Not at all. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, it's like a 0. At Peyton1919 said, what is the funniest thing you said when you were in the laughing gas? I don't remember, but there's lots of things in that video. I remember we were in a drive-through and I heard a bird singing, and I said, why is there a bird? Because it was January 30th, and in Canada it's really cold and there aren't supposed to be birds, like they fly south. So my mom was like, what? And I said, it's cold out, why is there a bird? And so she laughed at me, and I said, it's winter, why is there a bird? Anyways, other than that, I said, my aunt was laughing at me because I said the ordering machine, talking about the drive-through speaker thing. Another one that wasn't on camera was my mom was telling me that I would have to eat lots of mashed potatoes and cold food, and my response was, Mom, you don't put potatoes in the freezer, and she laughed at me and I got really offended. The next question comes from Gage_Moff, and it says, what does it feel like to be on the anesthetic? You just feel really loopy, and there's like a sense is missing in your brain. Like you just, I don't even know how to explain it, it's so weird. I don't remember it too much, but you kind of just feel really foggy, and it's like you're a 4-year-old again, like a toddler. You're like thinking about why is there a bird? Versus, that's a red light, Mom, please don't drive through it. Yeah, you're tired and groggy too, that's another one. Yeah, just out of it, pretty much, like you're really tired, basically. At SidCar14 said, after the surgery, when I guess you're all drugged up, were you in control of what you were saying or no? Like, you're in control, but your thoughts, like the things you're thinking, aren't the same as the way you think now. If you're worried you're gonna like say something you probably shouldn't, that's not what you're thinking about. You're thinking about silly things like donuts and birds and potatoes going in the freezer. So like I don't think you have to worry about that. Oh, Miranda_Sophia01 said, how did you feel after it happened, like when you were on the drug they gave you? That's what I just said, basically, just really groggy, loopy, out of it. At _HallieBear_ said, will this be in the video? At Mar.Sincere said, did you feel anything? I answered that. I felt things beforehand, not during. Like when they did the IV, I felt like the poking and pricking, but you're so tired and the IV works so fast. Like the IV is how they put you under. That's the medicine in the IV that they put you under with. But it works so fast, you barely feel anything. You're just falling asleep pretty much. So I can see now my battery sign is flashing. I think I have covered everything, but if not, you can ask me more questions regarding my experience and I will answer them. You can ask them in the comments or DM me on Instagram or comment on an Instagram picture or Snapchat me or whatever, tweet me, whatever you want to do, you know. Thank you for watching. I hope if you have your wisdom teeth surgery coming up soon that all runs smoothly, there shouldn't be any problems, but you know, I'm wishing you luck anyways. So lots of love. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to this channel if you aren't already subscribed, and turn on notifications. We have 3 videos out every week by me, Michelle, and Mira. Follow us on Instagram at JoeledenYT. Follow me on Instagram at eden.layla. Follow me on Twitter. All my social media is below. Thank you. And happy Tuesday. I almost said Monday. Wow. I don't post on Mondays anymore. Happy Tuesday.